Good afternoon, folks. Gary here, and today again I've got the
kept me here.
the magnificent
Saved me.
Geoff Franklin with me. Yeah, that Save Geoff campaign
really worked. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks to Geoff's mum. Saved him. Now, all those that voted in and said save Geoff, thank you very much. He's on the couch this week, and we've got Andrew behind the camera. So thanks to all those that saved Geoff. Eh? You've got a fan base out there. Fantastic. Okay, just a couple of things. If you're looking for any sort of help at all on your WordPress website, please just visit wpbutler.com.au, and if you're in urgent need of help, there's a big fat buy ticket button at the top of the website.
Can't miss it.
You can't miss it. Big yellow, big fat buy now ticket or buy ticket button. And there's also if you need to chat to us and have a talk about your problem, you can also fill in the form that's on the website, or there's a phone number, and there's also live chat at the bottom of the page there. So there's no reason for not getting in touch. So wpbutler.com.au. All right, jumping straight into it.
What do we got?
What have we got today?
Got some questions. We got some answers for you.
George in Sydney asks, I've got a blog I need to back up or start backing up. How can I back up my website? Geoff, how can he back up his website?
Well, you're probably guessing, is there a plugin for that? Well, there is. And the plugin we love to use is called Updraft Plus. And right out of the box, it has like a lot of features that just do the trick. And what you'll able, without going into the whole shebang about how to set it up, but once you've got Updraft Plus, assuming you know how to install a plugin, you log into your website in the plugin section and add a new plugin and search for Updraft Plus and add it in there. Out of the box, once you activate it, it actually has quite a nice walkthrough tour. So click here to get started and that kind of thing, right? So it's quite self-explanatory, really great. And the thing to really take note of, out of the box, what it'll do is it'll run backups onto your server. Perhaps not a great idea, because if something does happen to your hosting, the whole point of the backup is to have that backup in a safe place. So what I recommend you do is set up a third-party solution to send your backups off to. And right there in the settings, you'll see a bunch of different options, like you may be aware of Dropbox, Google Drive, Amazon S3 buckets, which is what we like to use. It's really quick. It's really cost-effective way to manage your backups offsite. But like I said, it's quite self-explanatory. The instructions in there, but and we as part of our site care plans that we have, we offer backup security and maintenance and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Perfect. Just a word of advice there too. It's one thing to have a backup. It's another thing to actually be able to restore the backup and also understand the integrity of that backup. Because just because you've got one doesn't mean that the actual backup itself is going to do its job when you need to do the backup. So what we recommend doing is always testing a backup periodically, just to make sure, and that may be loading it just on a dev server or some staging site, just to make sure that everything's okay with your backups too, because don't assume that your backup's going to be okay. And again, as Geoff said, we've got site care plans. So head on over to wpbutler.com.au/site care and check out the packages there. There's going to be something there for everybody. And we might actually do a Q&A on that one Friday and run through the different options that you've got. And thank you for that, Geoff.
No worries.
Hope that helped, George. Trish from Hobart says, my website got hacked recently and I had to restore an old backup. Geez, there's a lot of hacking and backing up.
At least you had a backup, right?
And I had to restore an old backup from months ago. How do I protect my site moving forward now?
Okay. So we've had a few situations like this where we've had people come to us and same boat. So you're not alone, Trish. So what we typically do in this situation is we have this great security plugin, and it's free, and there's a premium option, but the free one's a great place to start. So it's called WordFence. So typically what we do is once we've gotten the access we need to your hosting, we set up WordFence, run a scan across all the files that make up your WordPress site, and it spits out a report and then tells you the affected files and what can be fixed, what can't be, and just basically some actions to take to address the situation with your site. So that does the cleaning up, and WordFence also is a firewall plugin essentially, and it's got a bunch of other great little features that block spam and a few other things. Again, I could go on about it, but basically WordFence is the plugin we love to use here, and as part of again, I guess our site care plans that we have, we use WordFence as one of the core security plugins, and there's a bunch of other features we set up as part of that care plan as well, to stop hackers from getting into site and making sure it's all safe and sound.
So again, if you want to check out and learn a little bit more about what's involved in not only backups, but site care also includes security, maintenance and performance. So go and check out wpbutler.com.au/sitecare. All right, next one. Bruce in Melbourne says asks, Bruce E, what's your favorite contact form plugin and why?
That's a great question. So I've used lots and lots of contact form plugins. There's lots of great ones out there, but the one we really love here is called Gravity Forms. It's the most popular contact form, inquiry form plugin on the market. Really affordable and really powerful. What I've found over the years, a lot of the other plugins that I've used, there's been other plugins that I've had to use to get to work in line with that particular contact form plugin to get the same bits and pieces that Gravity Forms has straight out of the box. Example of that is conditional logic. What that means is just say, someone's filling out the form and you have, say, there's 3 or 4 different, let's just say 3 different people you want that inquiry form to go to, depending on specific, specific bits of data that are entered into the form. So you're able to essentially route the inquiry to different people depending on what options are selected in the form. So that's just one of the functions that Gravity Forms has. It has built-in spam protection, and you're able to also integrate like Google reCAPTCHA, which is again another spam bot protection. There's just so many features to it, and we've really only scraped the surface of what Gravity Forms can do. It just does so much. Like I said, it's super powerful. We love it. I've even used it in an instance for like an online calculator, so you can do a bunch of formulas and really tested me on my mathematics and that kind of thing. But it's so good. It's really great. Yeah. That
conditional logic feature in there is an absolute killer. It can do an amazing amount of things that Gravity Forms. So again, if you want to have a look at Gravity Forms, or if you want us to have a look at your contact forms in general, head on over again to wpbutler.com.au and just submit a ticket, or fill in the form, or jump on chat, and we'll help you out there. One of the big things we are seeing with contact forms, and it doesn't matter what you're using, is that it has to have that capture code on it. That's going to stop an enormous amount of spam coming through your website, because it stops the automated bots submitting junk, spammy email. And we've seen, some enormous cases of spam coming through forms. So once the bots have got hold of you, you're in trouble. So let's not make that happen from day one, and let's put a capture code on it. That's all we've got today in terms of questions. So Geoff, what have you sort of seen this week in terms of news all about WordPress? What's grabbed your attention today? Or this week, I should say.
I guess to just add to WordFence, they've officially released WordFence Central. So in a nutshell, what that is it allows you to basically set up or log into one place in a WordFence, I guess, dashboard essentially, and you're able to monitor the security and performance and all of that good stuff of multiple sites all in one place. So it's a really great way to monitor your sites and what's going on and look at reports. And yeah, so they officially released that this week. I haven't had a look at it yet, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool just to know that kind of thing, that that kind of technology is being released in the WordPress space. It's just exciting.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And something we were talking about today amongst all the WP Butler staff was the repository, the new blocks repository for good old Gutenberg. If you haven't had a look at Gutenberg, go and check it out. Or if you're having trouble with Gutenberg, give us a call. Gutenberg. Give us a call and we'll help you out. But what we thought we might do is we're actually stockpiling a whole pile of Gutenberg questions. So we thought we might do a Gutenberg special here on Facebook Live. So stay tuned for that one. But until next week,
Say hi to your mum for us.
be good. And if you've got any questions, reach out. wpbutler.com.au. See you guys. See you next week.